called lots of stuff. Yeah, I've done a lot of deed. I've had it rough and tough. You know I've smoked a lot of weed. Mellow, don't you know? Well, I've learned a thing or two, like when and where I should go to, what I should or shouldn't do. I've been left alone, no company, but that's alright with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. I'd like to let it grow, you know I'm talking about my beard. I'll have you all know that I know sometimes it might look weird, but I got a friend upstairs whom I'll keep confiding in. I know he's there 'cause when I knock he always lets me in. Brings me peace with what it is and what is not for me. To accept what I see, they're looking back at me as big and ugly. Big and ugly. I could have been small and cute and play a flute like a dream, or sing like an angel, maybe play ukulele. But I got to work with my hands and keep dragging it along, banging on that old guitar. Sometimes I'll write a song. I lose a few friends, so it seems I got no enemies. What you get is what you see, that's how it is with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. Big and ugly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Uglies. I'm Carl Spitali. With me, as always, is Josh Denny, and
I'm also here playing the bagpipes.
What's a somber day?
It is a very, very sad day.
It's a somber day.
It's a sad day for America.
This is the wake of Joe Biden.
Welcome, everyone.
In case you guys didn't know, our president has not been seen for days.
Yeah.
And people got suspicious.
I'll say. You think? I mean, I've seen
like regular people got suspicious.
I've seen every conspiracy theory that there could possibly be. I've heard.
You haven't heard.
I've heard. Yeah, that's true.
You
I've
heard them all.
I've heard nigga died 6 months ago. I heard that's a dude in a skin suit.
Skin suit is. I'm leaning towards the skin suit.
You like skin suit?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's the.
I think Kamala Harris has been in a skin suit for 15 years.
I know, motherfucker's been in her skin suit.
Ugh.
You see when she was like, they showed her when she was like back in the day, She was like 29, fucking that dude Willie Brown when he was like 60. I was like, dude, Kamala I would have smashed her back then.
Listen, I don't know in what
I probably would have hit back then.
I don't. Ew, dude. This is no.
What? You seen her back then?
No, absolutely not.
She.
I wouldn't hit her ever.
Crazy. It's because she's Indian.
Yeah. Yeah. There's maybe
she's
like,
also Jamaican.
like,
she's West Indian.
There's
right?
like 2 Indian chicks in the world that I've seen where I'm like, would.
Who are they?
You know who they are.
Nope.
Yeah, I've told you who they are.
Forgot them already.
Well, one of them is one of them is that karate one that
the
we
karate
see.
one.
Yeah.
She's not Indian then.
Reina Valentine. Yes, she is. She's half, and then her other
see?
half is British. Yeah.
See?
By the way, they're both half.
See what happens?
So technically, there's one Asian girl.
See what happens?
That's split into 2 people that
She's
I would fuck. It's not a third. No one is a third Indian.
Kamala's a third black.
I know you're trying to make this a recurring bit, but it ain't working. How's that Nitro Pepsi? It feels like this is a sponsorship thing that we're inserting, but
I'm not gonna lie. This is
you just went rogue
really,
with the Nitro Pepsi today.
It's because I was gonna maybe drink, but it's too early.
Yeah,
and so I had this, and I got it at the store because I was like, ooh, sounds interesting, and then I didn't really read it because like I didn't really read it until I fucking drank it.
Right.
And
that sounds like something you would do.
It says smaller bubbles, smoother taste. I should have known that just meant flat soda, basically.
Yeah.
It was like, and I was like, oh, this is about to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it even says pour hard, admire and enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. And I poured the shit out of it. It was like a Guinness, dude, and all the foam sat on top. And I was like, oh, it looks like a fucking dress. And there's still bubbles in it, right?
Sure.
It's flat soda.
Yeah. What a glowing endorsement here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Big Uglies for
Pepsi Nitro.
Yeah.
Please drink your Pepsi Nitro. You pour hard and it does nothing happen.
Did you get
buddy?
7-Eleven? Because here's what happens to me.
Buddy, that's what you want?
Hold on.
Do you want?
No.
We put that front of store, buddy.
I get 7-Eleven because I don't go in a 7-Eleven enough. And when I was a kid, we would go every day.
Really? You went to 7-Eleven every day?
There was one on the way home from school.
That explains a lot.
And we would, fuck your face, okay? So we would go to a 7. We didn't get Slurpees every day. We would just get something from 7. Fountain sodas were like $1.
They were cheaper than that back then.
Yeah, they probably. I think it was like
49
I think it was
cents
69. I think they had a thing where it was like 59, 69, 79.
Yeah.
And so I would get the big. But now because I don't go in so often. Yeah, the gulp. You know. Now that I don't go
every day,
I don't go into them a lot. Like back when I was like Uber driving and stuff regularly, I would go in them probably once a week or something because you're just out and it's late and you're like, I don't want to eat food, but I'll get a little something, a taquito and a Pepsi or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's when they would get you.
So now, like, what was it? Oh, we had
lottery tickets.
We had lottery tickets. Will get me in there, and then T-Mobile sometimes will have like get a free Slurpee or get a free drink. We went in like a couple weeks ago to get like the free T-Mobile Slurpee or something, and I was like, oh, look at all these new treats that they have and new drinks. And you're like, I have to sample everything that's come out since the last time I was in a 7-Eleven.
Well, I'm super fat.
And then you just walk away with a ton of shit. And you're like, no, I don't need any of this. Give me Diet Coke and a Dorito and I'm good.
Anytime I decide to like start, I was like, man, I've gained a little weight. I need to start losing weight again.
Yeah, you're the worst at that.
They come out with the new hotness.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they come out.
And by the way, if I weren't friends with you, I'd never know about it.
Dude.
I'd never know about the new thing.
Papa John's got any gluten-free pizza for $18.99.
Only $18.99. Dude, I'll tell you what, there's one liberal
any gluten-free.
Hold on, there's one liberal thing that I'm about to, and by the way, I didn't even know that, and now I'm gonna have to have it today. I'm gonna have to try it.
Any gluten-free pie.
Just listen to me. God damn you. What I will say is the only liberal thing I'm down with is that they're trying to make it illegal for places to charge more for gluten-free stuff because they're saying it's like an ADA accommodation. Like it's to charge 30% markup for something I cannot have is not.
Oh, you're saying you're agreeing
for
with
that law, right? I'm for that law. Like, yeah, it's bake it into the whole price. I don't give a shit if it's more. Don't show me you're charging me $5 for a bun that I know cost 89 cents.
Working into the price.
Just lie to me, okay? Like, I know that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
But don't be like, do you want a $10 sandwich? It's $19.99 with the $10 gluten-free bun. It's like, fuck your face. Like, fuck you. Don't tell me that. Because now it's like, don't tell me how much dick I'm getting. Like, I want it to be a surprise, okay? And that's going to get clipped.
I don't know why that is a clippable moment. But why is it that, speaking of getting dicked, we're getting fucked hard right now in that they just tried to murder a former president.
Sure. Now hold
the
on.
other one is
hold
missing.
You mean you ain't know he tried to do himself? You know he ain't set that up.
That was glass that hit him. From
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, glass.
How did the glass?
Yeah.
How did the glass break?
Yeah, well, the bullet hit the glass, but listen, they had planned all this out.
It's bulletproof glass, and it goes and shatters in your ear and explode like that. A piece of the ear be missing. Everybody know that.
Yeah.
Don't you watch movies?
And I don't even see a piece of his ear missing. I don't see shit. How you know it won't like that before? How you know it won't? I wasn't looking at nigga ears.
And then you look at it and you go, look at it. And they go, he always done had him demon bat ears.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
This is just.
Dude, I liked your fucking tweet earlier.
Which one?
About if they have to school, we'll be fine. We'll be in a landslide.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Kamala said there's all these like black influencers like the Amanda Sealeses and stuff who are like, black people, we need to understand the assignment.
Yeah.
We need to understand the assignment. I'm going, thank God that's what it takes, because they won't and they can't.
Yeah.
So
if they have to school.
Yeah. If they have to do school, landslide. Yeah. Beautiful.
I tend to. This is crazy though. This has never happened before in the history of our country. This is probably the wildest shit that's happened in 60 years, right? This is insane. And immediately they're like, we've all moved on.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys talking about?
Right.
They just tried to shoot a guy. Then the other guy was like, got sick, and like nobody's heard him. A week after he just got destroyed in a debate. So it's like destroyed in a debate, tried to kill the other guy.
The opposition.
After they already tried to jail and debank and all that shit to that guy. And then he's like, I'm not fucking leaving. Pelosi was like, and that,
Clooney was like,
they're like, look, you need to step aside.
Yeah.
This all happened in 5 days.
Yeah.
The fucking shooting was 10 days ago.
And by the way, you don't think it's suspicious that in Delaware, supposedly he's home in Delaware resting, right?
Yeah.
He's in Delaware.
And that's where her campaign
her campaign launch thing was yesterday. Motherfucker.
So they could transfer the money over.
Motherfucker Skypes in.
Yeah.
And now people are like pulling up shit, and I don't know how in depth this is, but people are pulling up shit going, this Joe Biden call in was 100% AI. Like 100% an AI.
Oh yeah.
AI voice of type to talk or whatever.
Did you see where she almost slipped up? The Freudian
when she
slip?
said record call. Are you still on the call? They can't even lie good. They can't even lie good.
Remember when our politicians used to lie good?
Yeah. Look into my eyes. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yeah.
They're like, they'll look you in the face and just go, that's not what happened at all. In fact, these are cheap fake videos that you see of this man stumbling around. And then a week goes by and they're like, by the way, his health is rapidly declining. He's on his deathbed. Deathbed? You guys said nothing was wrong with him. What the fuck are you talking about?
You can't even roll him out in that FDR wheelchair with a blanket over his legs.
Bro, we said he was fucked up.
You can't even do that?
We said he was fucked up 4 years ago.
I know.
There was jokes about Sleepy Joe in his basement. I was like, what do you think he was calling him that for? This. It was this shit.
Do you remember him falling off a bicycle standing still?
Do you remember him falling all the time? He fell down a fucking flight of stairs getting on the plane. Even then, they should have been like, dude, what are we doing?
And by the way, like, I have a dad that age, right? And if he falls, It's a month of rehab. If he falls anywhere, he's out for a month. You can't be president if a fall takes you out for a month. I'm sorry.
Dude, here's the difference, dude. And Trump, but even before he like got up with his fucking fight shit, like you're talking about, they're about 2 years apart in age.
Yeah.
I think Biden's 81. I think he's 79.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, Trump will be at UFC fights where the main event, the walkout happens at like midnight.
Yeah.
So he's still going.
Yeah.
And then he'll go and golf the next day.
That's why I think he handled the Stormy Daniels thing so wrong. It was like still fucking at this age, you know? And when you're still crushing pussy at 79, there was some paperwork involved.
Yeah.
That's what he should have just said, you know, there's some paperwork involved.
It's like, listen,
it's a liability.
If you crush pussy as much as I crush pussy, you would have to deal with paperwork too. And I don't want to deal with paperwork. So I made this Jew deal with the paperwork.
Right.
And now he's lying on me. His name is Cohen. He's a Jew. It's like it could have been his whole defense.
Yes.
And people are like, I don't know why, dude. I fucking believe him.
Yeah. I see nothing wrong with what you've just presented. I see nothing wrong with it.
Who are you going to believe, me or this Jew? And you're like, guy's got a point.
Guy's got a really good point.
Guy's got a point.
That is what they do. They do that. They do lie.
Yeah. But at this point, I've heard from my Dems friends.
Yeah. Which, by the way, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, the number is dwindling.
Yeah, but they have
rapidly because the conversation,
they're voting for Trump.
Yeah, and the conversations have.
They're there now.
I've had people that are like, "Well, I just will never vote for Trump," and I go, "Yeah, but then who? And then if so, why? Like, explain to me why." And the answer is just like, "Well, I find this is literally what they tell me. Well, I find the less I know, the easier it is to do the wrong thing." And I'm like, I should kill you. You shouldn't live. Like,
that's not what they say, that's what they think.
No, that's literally
in more words.
No, that's literally what some of them have said to me is that, you know, now that they're at the point where it's completely indefensible to be a Democrat voting for Camel Toe Harris.
They're not, and they don't even get a choice.
They just go, just go, well, you know,
she's being selected.
I don't like either of them, but I just can't go with Trump. And I go, but why? And they go like, why? I don't even really know. And I just go like, why is that an acceptable answer to you?
No, their answers are gayer than that. They go, he's just so toxic. I go, what do you mean by that? Mm-hmm. I was like, define, and then you can just say everything and list what happened in the past years. It'd be like, remember when his son stole all this money from taxpayers that went to that was funneled through Chinese and Ukrainian funds? And then they go, no. They go, oh yeah, you're right. That was Biden.
Yeah.
Like, you can list all the Biden shit and then pretend it was Trump.
And they would go, yeah.
And they would like agree with you and go,
yeah.
By the way, everything I just said is what Biden and his family did.
Yeah, but even that's not enough. And listen, I would be fine. I think you and I talked about this. I would be fine if you just said, hey man, everyone I work with is a trans. And I don't want, I got $100,000 in student loan debt and I'm fucking painted into a corner. I'm jammed up. I got to pretend.
Yeah, but isn't that the beauty of America? They used to just hide who they voted for.
And I just go like,
nobody's going to know.
Okay.
Just lie to people then.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, but you don't have to pretend with me.
Yeah, you're a coward.
Yeah.
So just be a coward to them.
Yeah, but you can be real with me. And they're just like, yeah, but like, you talk too much. You know, what is their logic? I don't know. So what they do is they just don't speak to me. Because they know there's like, what are we even possibly going to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, they're just, and
which is sad. I used to not know who anybody voted for.
That's why they're beating the drum on this like nationwide abortion ban lie, which has been debunked, but it's the only fucking Hail Mary they got. And women are stupid enough to be like, yeah, I should still be able to kill people inside my pussy.
Yeah, but there's like dudes
that's my rights.
It's dudes that do it. It's men.
I think, listen,
the men still outnumber them in the voting class and the electoral college. Even we select, it's like these motherfuckers are retarded.
What did I tell you 3 months ago? You want to fix America? 12-month abstinence by all men. Turn off the money. Stop fucking them. Stop supporting them. Shut it down. and they will starve into begging whatever you want, if you want me to get married, if you want me to, I'll never vote again. I'll stop working. I'll learn how to cook.
Yeah,
I'll have as many kids as you want. Yes.
It's men.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's our fault. They feel so empowered.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if tomorrow they were like, all men are no longer allowed to work or anything, and we're like, this is a decree, it's executive order, blah, 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 we take over.
Yeah.
You'd be like, how do you enforce it?
Yeah.
Men.
Yeah.
And then we go,
well, this is homeboy from the Crucible's argument all the time. Is like
the book?
No, the podcast, The Crucible, Andrew Wilson.
Oh.
The guy who's always on.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know who he is. He's always on the Whatever podcast, and they're just like, I should be able to do whatever I want. He's like, yeah, but who enables that to happen? Man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why all these guys have weird thumbs and the same voice.
Yeah,
him and Fuentes, and they're all like, well, who enforces it, really?
That's
man.
That's Fuentes' voice.
Well, it's kind of Fuentes, but it's also kind of Andrew Wilson. Yeah. They're all just
No, they're like
we should
South Park characters.
We should reinvent ourselves as like men's rights guys, and we should just come in wearing suits and slick our hair back and like, yeah, see, the problem with these fucking broads is that they think they're people, see? And the crazy thing is we'll have 1 million fucking listeners.
But they do think they're people.
Yeah, yes. I mean, listen, I'm not saying we wouldn't be the most factual podcast on the internet also, but it's about branding, really. You got to look like a guy who would hit a woman immediately. No. You look like you can hit a woman. You don't look like you would. You gotta be a guy who just always has like an old-timey cigarette out of your mouth, you know, like an ill-fitting. You have to look like Lenny Bruce in his final performance.
No, I feel like I could just look like, you shut the fuck up.
Like you're like a real honeymooners domestic violence kind of guy, just so big.
You're thinking about the other type of hitting women?
Uh-huh.
Like a guy who just walks down the street punching.
No, I'm thinking about that kind. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I look like a DVer?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we got to give you a makeover. We got to give you a wife beating makeover.
Maybe that's the problem.
Right now, you look like a guy who might help a woman in need.
Maybe that's the problem these days.
Is that we don't all look like we beat our wives at home?
They don't fear men anymore.
Oh no, that's a problem. Yeah. If anything, we fear them because they could just be like, he raped me, and I'd be like, bitch, I don't even know you.
Yeah, that's why I walk on the other side of the street when I see a gaggle of bitches.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're not going to protect me? I go, no, there's a pack of Muslims over there. You better watch out.
Yeah. You know, they have
the Indian man on the other side.
They have the thing of the woman and the bear. And literally, I could be walking down the middle of the street, and on the right is a lone white woman. Yeah, whatever. The women are like, I'll take a bear over a man.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the street. I see one white woman, and I see a pack of nogs just juggling knives and shooting guns. And I'll be like, I'll take my chances with the nogs.
Yeah, out of your mind.
Yeah.
Juggling? Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Black people don't do
jugaboos.
Black people don't like anything that even resembles street magic. That's what we got to do. We got to hold Kamala
That's
Harris.
Our rebrand. Magicians. We just take it to the streets and be like, come here. Watch this. And they'd be like, yo, what you did? I was like, dude, that was your citizenship. I just gave it to that Mexican guy right there.
Dude, you just described the trick of being a Democratic politician.
And he was like, remember, you've seen those like David Blaine videos?
That's my favorite thing ever. Black people reacting to street magic. Hold on, let me find it. I'll pull it up for everybody.
That should be our fucking reality show. Or our YouTube channel. Black people reacting to street magic.
First of all, it's got to already be a reality. It's already got to be
I don't know, dude. I like all the channels where it's like black guys react to metal and stuff, or like first time hearing Slipknot or shit like that.
Here it is.
Compton. Right?
Yes.
It's an awesome experience to watch these dudes be like, do that shit again. Hell no. Nah. He goes to Compton, right?
Yeah. This one's called Compton.
He goes like to guys who live 4 miles from the ocean who have never been to the beach.
This year,
that's who he's showing magic to.
Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags. Till an old man got behind.
I don't think you need the music on.
You know the guys that do 3 Card Monte, right?
I love how David Blaine's like, yo, here goes a pack.
No money. It's to just pretend. Instead of 3 cards, hold your fingers like this. So hold your fingers like this. Look, watch. This card, right? Remember diamonds. Forget ace, just diamonds. Hold it parallel. What card do you have? What card is that?
Can I look at it?
Yeah, but name it. What is it?
Ace of diamonds.
Diamonds, just diamonds. Look, show it to them. Make sure it's all right.
Bingo.
All right,
bango.
show it to them too.
Bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango. Cool, man. Hold it like this. Look. Lower. Watch. This one, same thing. Just remember hearts. Forget ace, just hearts. Watch this switch. Ready? See, I switched it. Look, I'll do it again. See it switch back. Just switch twice so quick you didn't see it.
They literally think he's a demon.
Sorry. Yeah, switch twice. Look, I'll do it so you can see it. Look, here's the move. See how the borders line up?
Don't put it on the bottom.
Look, I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you right now. That's how I do it. Hold it tight, though, to make it impossible now, because you know the move. I have diamonds. Ready?
Right.
Without looking at it, what would you bet on? Hearts or diamonds?
You got no money.
All right, but pretend bet. Would you bet hearts here or hearts here? Or could I impress you if the heart was on top, diamond was on bottom?
The heart's on top because you had the heart.
Turn your hand over.
Nope.
Go ahead, turn your hand over.
Clown your ass, boy. Motherfucker, black magic street demon. Got him, boy.
You understand me?
What's wrong with y'all stupid ass? That's the thing, too. If you get tricked, you're dumb.
Yeah.
That's it. You could have never got me like that. I ain't stupid.
My favorite one is when he brings out the abacus and just starts sliding regular mathematician. God damn it, I ruined my own joke.
I don't even know what an abacus is.
An abacus,
that's the Chinese thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just the simple math and addition. Lossless, I can't pull up that clip right now because we're streaming on Instagram. So he DM'd me a clip. Put it in the chat. Put the link in the... He's tried to send me a thing about Joe Brown talking about Kamala Harris.
Judge Joe Brown?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Pretty great, right?
Dude, how the fuck is this even like a discussion? That they're like, she raised $81 million and she's gonna run. And they've basically said, yep, she's not. They have nobody else that's gonna run. That is said that is gonna run against her.
Well, what's funny too is I thought for sure there was going to be an open convention when Obama didn't endorse her right away. When he was like,
but they're blocking RFK.
Yes, but what was interesting to me was that Obama, when he did his little press release, it said like, we look forward to a vivacious convention where an exciting candidate emerges. That's not you throwing an endorsement behind Kamala Harris. But what people have said is that the delegate pledges have already basically ensured she's going to be the person, which should concern people even more, because that means they're not even attempting the illusion of a semblance of democracy.
Dude, and they said because democracy's on the ticket this November.
Yeah.
Like, is it? Yeah, it is.
Trump. Yeah, that's your only choice.
It's crazy. You know what, dude? You know what I thought? I was like, this is definitely going to win people over. Is he had a rally a couple days ago, and he was like, they always say I'm a threat to democracy. Democracy. I said, what the hell did I ever do to democracy? I just took a bullet for democracy. And I was like, that's a fucking bar, dude.
Yeah.
He just said, I took a bullet for democracy.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, this was how to get so many more voters than he even thought was going to like convert him. Him getting shot was like the best thing that could happen to him. No bullshit.
I want to pivot real quick to JD Vance. What do you think of that pick? I actually think that weakens his ticket.
He's a never Trumper.
Well, yes, and he just seems soft as baby shit. Like JD Vance seems like a laboratory conservative. You know, like, well, my fellow nerds and I have been in the nerdery, and what we found is that people are they're more likely to.
He's got an Indian wife.
Weak.
Yeah, he's just I'm an
money guy with an ugly girlfriend's got no confidence.
Very cuck energy.
Yeah, very much so.
And he definitely reminds me of like behind the scenes. He was a never Trumper that behind the scenes was like he's somebody who could probably organize well. You know, he's probably one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I think he tapped him in that regard because he does have like.
Well, he's got Palantir money behind him.
Trump likes
Peter
law.
Thiel money. Yeah,
Trump likes law. They went to like Yale Law School, him and his wife, I think.
Yeah.
I think he likes that shit. And that dude, I think JD Vance knows the political system really well. And I think strategy wise, I don't think it makes that much sense.
Mm-mm.
I think Tulsi was probably too much of a statist for his base.
Maybe
not outsider
just
enough.
the fact that she was recently a former Democrat, I think, is a problem for him in terms of optics. Or
After he got shot, him and RFK should have teamed up.
I thought so, you know. And what was, but I did predict. I did tell you. I said after the assassination attempt to go, he is going to go with somebody with a military background. So I knew at that point it was down to Tulsi or Vance.
Yeah.
I do now. If he went with Vance because he wants Tulsi as the Secretary of Defense, I like that.
Yeah, but this is why Tulsi would have been better than Vance.
She's a secretary. Ladies should do that.
But JD Vance is already blaming Iran for things.
I'm fine with this. Go on.
But no, because if you, that's what Israel's been wanting forever.
Sure.
That's what starts World War III.
Don't
officially.
care.
All right.
I mean, I'm sorry. Are we going to have the redeemable Middle East fantasy discussion now?
Well, if you think a sovereign state should exist, I'm for all mass deportations and sending them back to their Middle Eastern countries.
Sure.
I think they have a right to have them. I don't think we should blow up their country. I think they should just go back to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a thought.
Israel wants to blow them up.
I'm also
Okay.
both
that forces us
both,
our hand.
No, it doesn't. Both not my business. We don't share a border with them.
With JD Vance, that forces our hand.
What do you mean?
Because there is no not getting involved. There is no America first isolationist stuff.
I have a problem with that. Yeah, I have a problem with that. But I also don't have a problem with anybody who wants to wipe the Middle East off the face of the earth.
Yeah, so you're in a conundrum then about JD Vance.
No, yeah. I don't hate the target. I just don't think it's our business at all.
Right, which is why that's why people don't like JD Vance.
Sure.
Because he thinks it's our problem.
Yeah, but Trump isn't an isolationist either. So to think that he would pick somebody that is, which is a big part of probably why he didn't pick Tulsi, because I believe she is more of an isolationist. It makes sense.
Yeah, but like also Trump, rhyme people.
Trump wants the credit for fixing the Middle East. I think we should flush it all down a toilet. I don't care.
But on the other
one of my criticisms of Trump.
On the other end, not just the Middle East, but from the other side of fucking Asia, there's the Russian thing that's going on. And you have to remind people that Kamala Harris started the Russian-Ukraine war, essentially, by provoking Putin. The day before, do you remember that? We sent Kamala Harris to send her over there.
To Russia. To try to be Ukraine, like, don't. And they were like, shut up, bitch.
No, she literally said, Putin is not going to do stuff because of these sanctions, and essentially provoked him.
Yeah.
The next day, he invaded.
Yeah.
Because she was like, and Ukraine will be part of NATO eventually. And he was like, bitch, what did I fucking tell this bitch?
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah.
It's insane that people just like forget. Like, it wasn't like 10 years ago. It was 3. 2.5.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Yeah.
That people are just like, no, this is how it's how it's go. We got to get behind her, and we have to, and then like to act like there's not a coup in place that's been taking place for the last 4 years where they stole an election during the COVID shit. We now have found out it was made in a fucking lab, which we've been saying all along. They finally admitted to all this shit. They closed governments, conspired together so they could all work in cahoots to get this fool out.
Yeah.
And then what happened? He ran the country into the ground. He wouldn't go away. He's like, I'm going to run again.
Yeah.
He's like, I should be on a boat somewhere because I'm a billionaire and I don't need to do this shit. I'm fucking 80 years old. I should be fucking hose on a fucking yacht. Instead, I'm trying to fix America. I respected that shit.
I'm not fucking anybody at 80. I'm just getting sucked.
Or that.
Fucking.
Or that.
Fucking at 80? I can't imagine fucking at 65. You know?
I don't think you can imagine fucking at 55.
That's probably fair. I think once you're over 50, first of all, if I stay with the same woman, How long you gonna run the same track?
You got to change it up.
I'm gonna have
wigs and shit.
Yeah, or just another lady. I've been
She
looking.
comes over
I've been
twice a
looking,
week.
I look into this Gumar thing. It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
You got to pay for their whole apartment.
Yeah, that is where it gets a little.
You
like,
got to.
They set themselves on fire, talking shit over the stove. You got to pay
Please,
for this.
Tony.
Yeah, yeah, pretty terrible.
Tony, I killed myself. If you don't love
Listen,
me,
I'm gonna
Tony.
tell you something. If my Gumars threaten to kill themselves, there's gonna be a trail of dead Russian bitches behind me because I'd be like, oh no, don't.
Listen, you fucking bitch. Didn't you get the fucking horse pen I gave you? That means we're through.
Yeah.
Please, Tony.
Did I tell you I started learning Russian?
Yeah. And I kind of like threw it out, but
Yeah.
I'm now remembering that you told me that.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, so when the good guys could take over America.
Hold on. Why are you not learning Ching Chong?
First of all, everyone can speak Ching Chong. Have we not gone through this?
We have gone through this.
Have we gone through it on the show?
I think we did on a BTSS.
We did a long time ago. Yeah. Everyone, just so you know at home, everyone can speak Ching Chong.
Everybody can speak Chinese. All you have to do.
Google Translate.
Open Google Translate.
Say what you think is Chinese. I'll demonstrate. Continue, Carl. You can explain.
You can just say like, and it'll give you a sentence back.
Yes.
It'll give you a sentence back.
Here, let's go. Let's try one. So English to, hold on, we don't want that.
Chinese to English. And then you just hit the
Chinese to English.
Okay.
All right, let's try this. Okay, I just did what you just did.
Is it playing?
Hold on. Well, it says you said the word have it. See, everyone, you can see have it.
Oh, yeah, because it's like 40 words to say, too.
I don't know. Oh, hold on. There's my own. All right, so let's try this. Hold on. Another one. Go ahead. You just said the word no. Okay. Let me try one.
Wait, are you asking the question?
Nope. I thought it said tap the mic button to start. I go, oh, you almost got me. Well, it did translate the word Michelle. So apparently Ni Chao means Michelle.
Listen, you have Mandarin.
Yeah, maybe do Mandarin.
And you have Cantonese.
It just Chinese, simplified Chinese traditional is what the two choices are. But everyone can do this at home. This is a ton of fun. By the way, this is what we do in our free time, which we have loads of.
Qing
Dynasty.
See?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It's
you said Qing Dynasty.
That's
Qing Chao.
Sounds like exactly what you just said.
Dynasty.
Yeah,
See?
perfect.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
And neither do they, do I believe. I think it's a lot of gibberish over there. I think they're just making stuff up as they
The
go.
symbols.
Yeah.
The symbols.
Yeah. Just
calling it an alphabet. How dare you?
Well, the Russian one is a little wild too, because
but at least they're letters, right?
Sort of. Some of them look like robots.
That's true.
Some of them are robots.
Some of them are backwards alien hieroglyphics.
Yeah, they are.
In movies and
very
shit
much
too, they're
looks
like, look at this alien thing. I go, that's a Russian.
That's
guy.
just Russian.
Yeah. Have you seen Armenian though?
Yeah, it's
that's Russian with squiggles.
Yeah.
on it.
So part of the reason I started with Russian is because it is the root language for Arabic. Or probably the other way around, but like there's a lot of other languages that Russian is the base for.
Right, those are all the Eastern,
like Eastern
all the Mongolian
European,
shit,
Armenian and stuff. So like if you know a lot of the words,
Dagestani,
a lot of the words in Russian are also the same word in
Arabic,
Farsi that Netta speaks. So
Farsi, yeah.
So like there was a couple where I was like, oh no, that's the same word in Farsi.
Because Turkish people speak some weird type. It's based in Russian.
Yeah, so it's almost like I felt like if I learn a little Russian, you can
speak better Farsi.
I can speak a lot of different languages. It's the same thing with Spanish. If you speak Spanish, you can speak Italian. You can speak
at least
some of the
understand
other
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Not so much speak.
No, I'm getting to the point where I can. Dobro Pajalovic, Carl. That's welcome, Carl.
I don't know if I like you speaking Russian.
Dobro Pajalovic, Carl. Spasibo, Carl. That means thank you, Carl. How do I say Carl es dies? So Carl would be, it would just be Carl is here, would be Carl es dies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dies nuts?
Is dies? Yeah. Is dies means is here.
So you're still in the,
I'm still in the early
basic,
I'm on like, by the way,
how you doing?
Section 2 is like foods, and I'm like, oh yeah,
I'm gonna thrive.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn this whole language immediately.
Yeah. There's not much though. It's like borscht, onion.
No.
You have sausage, vodka. What else you need?
Yeah, there's milk, which is like malakwa. Milk is malakwa.
You don't need.
Coffee is cafe. There's a lot of words that are like similar to the English word.
You don't need.
There's a bunch, but niet is no.
Niet.
Yeah, Dobro Pajalovic is welcome.
Dobro.
Spasiba is thank you. Hello is what the fuck is hello?
Hi.
No, hold on. What is hello? That's driving me nuts. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, yeah.
Guy's failing fucking Rosetta Stone. Anyway,
what my thought is I'll learn Russian and then I'll go on a field trip and then I'll take my shirt off and then I'll be a billionaire. I'm pretty sure that's the formula, right?
If being pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Yeah. What kind of field trip?
No. I was making fun of Bert Kreischer's entire career. Yeah. See how you go? You take Russian. You go on a trip. You join the Russian. Rob your classmates. You take your shirt off. You become friends with Joe Rogan. The roadmap is clear.
That's what it is.
I don't understand where I lost you.
You're not a shirt off guy. That's what it is.
No, I'm a shirt off guy. I'm a shirt off guy. I live with a shirt off. I'm a shirt off guy in the house all the time.
That's not a public thing, though.
I'll be a public shirt off guy. I don't care.
You want to be a public shirt off guy?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll do it at the beach. They try to push me back in sometimes. But
no, we're not talking about that. We're talking like public.
Like just everyday walk around,
on
no
camera,
shirt.
public.
Yeah, that's who gives a fuck.
Well, that's Bert's thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm fatter than him.
Are you gonna put on the lav mic on your chest hair?
I mean, it would be painful, but I could do this. Yeah.
I think that's your new.
Just be a shirtless. I'm so pasty too.
Man on the teats.
Bert Kreischer at least has like a Florida body, which is like that's fat, but it's not grotesquely unpleasant. I look like somebody shaved into a bowl of milk and then put legs on it. That's what
shaved over a bowl of cereal.
Yes, yeah. I look like if Frosted Mini Wheat came to life. That's what I look like. It's bad. It's very pasty. Like it's not a.
Yeah, but so like, if you were you missed the.
Oh yeah, yes, thank you, Lossless. He goes Pribit. That is hello, Pribit. Hello. It's funny because he wrote it and then I knew the word. I can look at this word. So he just posted.
See why I said understand it over speak it?
Pribit. Yeah, I can. Yeah, but it's because you're I'm reading it. I haven't even gotten to the point where you have to demonstrate speaking it. Right. Yeah, I'm just still reading it and matching words.
That's the
sounds.
Understand part. Yeah, don't write. Understand.
Privit.
I tell everybody.
Yeah.
I would learn Indian, but why?
Yeah, well, I mean,
there's like 45 dialects and shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
what a stupid place.
Smell like yeah. It's just, what are you gonna do? Why do you need to learn Indian? Are you gonna try to pick up one of their cookbooks?
Dude, somebody tried to convince me. My boy Nick tried to convince me that Indian food was good the other day. Yeah, it's not. It's not. And he started naming. He was like butter chicken tikka masala. I was like, I can name 45
this
other
is hilarious.
chicken dishes.
I just tried the Chinese thing and it just said, it's so big, it's so big, it's so big over and over again. That's pretty good. Such a
large mastodonic penis.
So
bulbous American penis.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the Japanese dudes from South Park.
Yeah,
I love that shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, you like voices. You do. Your Indian guy voice is pretty fun.
Don't tell me. We have a few, buddy. First we have this. Okay.
You better get this ready too, because these people are going to start coming out of the woodwork for Kamala Harris.
Kamala, did you know, buddy? There is this, and then there's, come on, welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there is, okay, so for a couple of friends who maybe perhaps, participate in a couple of studies at the local university. And then there is, of course, there's another type who want to probably, you get out of my store, don't come back in my store because this guy comes from that store and come back in here. And then,
are you out of guys? Did you run out of guys?
I'm trying to think of another.
This is the second time today I've said to someone, did you run out of guys?
Yeah, it was your girl.
Yeah. Every time she's like, I don't like chocolate. I go, yeah, that makes two of us for the same reason. Because you had too much of it.
You're going to have to do this now because there's already been 2 instances. So I know there's a third thing that she had no idea it was the thing that it is.
Yeah, man. Like, well, this is the funny thing. People will sometimes ask, like, how much of your comedy is like based on real life? And I go, well, anything where I talk about her being fucking retarded, real.
Yeah, dude.
Like, but what I think is funny is that I've been doing that joke for 2 years, basically working it, shaping it. You've been helping me with it. And then yet you who live next door to us and see us all the time are still shocked at the levels of retardation that are on display in my life on a daily basis.
Dude, the food thing is insane.
Not understanding how, like, first
how
of all,
it works, how things are the same ingredients.
Yes.
How things are made of the same thing.
Yes.
Why they call it that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's astonishing.
Yeah. And there's only so much that English as a second language excuses, because it's like, yeah, but you've been speaking English now for 33 years.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. I wouldn't even care or even have a dialogue about it if she didn't claim they were like her favorite foods.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, how do you not know what they're made of?
Yeah.
Well, or like, how do you know? And then you and I had this, like, I sort of said it and you're like, yeah, obviously that's what they all do. And I was like, not all of them, but I came to this realization that they will pretend to not know how something works or literally refuse to learn how something works or operates or how they could easily do it, because then they could no longer use the just do it for me excuse.
Of course. Yeah.
But like to watch it in like real time,
yeah,
was like, this is maddening.
I swear to God, there's if I'm being 100% honest, there's not a moment a day where I don't look at her attempt to do something and go, this is why our fathers beat the shit out of them. Like at some point, like, because there wasn't always you could get in the car and go for a drive, or you could just turn think about this. Our fathers couldn't just turn the Xbox on and escape.
No.
So like you got to sit there while she's like
about to light the house on fire.
Yeah, and just out of like intentional stupidity, so as to not have to do things.
Uh-oh, I done burned everything.
Yeah, and it's
oopsie doopsie.
And you just go like, I mean,
oopsie doopsie.
That's why I laugh. Like there's an old podcast people can go pull up of me and comedian Nick Cobb having this exact conversation. And I was like, he was talking about being married. And I go, the amount of times a day you have to think about just belting her across the face. And he goes, I would never. And I go, I didn't say that. I didn't say you would. But the amount of times you think about it. And he was like, and he wouldn't cop to it. And I was like, I do not believe you. I do not believe you. I think you're a liar, sir. I think you're a goddamn liar. You're a goddamn liar.
Yeah, there's no way you never.
Like, if you don't love them, like, this is my theory. If you don't constantly fantasize about bashing them, you don't love them enough to actually be paying attention to the retarded shit they do all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day long. It's like you'll be ignoring her, which is what you have to do to not. And then you'll just go, hey, what have you been doing for the last 2 hours? And she's like, I can't get this attachment to work at all for an email. And I go, you've been doing that for 4 hours. Like, I've literally watched 4 episodes of Sopranos and you've been there the whole time. And she's like, yeah. And I go, you didn't think to ask for help? You just thought you'd sit there mad and I would just realize and say, and
what's wrong? Let me fix it.
The day. Yeah. And the answer is yes. Like, whereas if you or I don't know how to do anything, or a normal person doesn't know how to do anything, you would just Google Is there a video on how to attach an email in this specific application? And then eventually, even if you had to dive down 7 different Reddit threads, you'd find it, right? And you do that in 30 minutes at the most. And rather than do that, she's like, I will sit here and act retarded so that I don't have to, like, for 4 hours. So what long-term relationships become is this battle of attrition of how long can I ignore you pretending to be mad so that I don't kill you? That's what a marriage is. That's what a marriage is. And this is why, to you single guys like you, I'm like that scene in Billy Madison where I'm like, stay here
as long as you can.
You have to cherish it.
Yeah, but so why I said she was fucking retarded was she's like, I don't like chocolate. I prefer things that are like matcha. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, I love like a matcha green tea. And she sent me a video that had like some dude saying people aren't drinking enough of these drinks. And he was like, you can get like a matcha or, or green tea, right? And then she was like, yeah, he listed all those drinks. And I was like, you only like one of those out of the things he listed out of the 3. And she's like, well, there was 4 of them. I was like, no, there's 3 drinks on there. And she's like, he said matcha or green tea. I was like, yeah, or as in AKA, like also known as, or this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, that's not the same thing. I was like, are you trying to tell me that you think green tea and matcha are different things? And she's like, yeah. And I go, that green tea, if you just Google green matcha, it'll say green tea in powdered form.
Yes.
That's the definition of it.
That's what it is.
And she was like, no, they taste different. I go, you are retarded.
Yes.
That's like telling me that the red M&Ms taste different than the blue M&Ms.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they don't.
You're thinking of Skittles.
And you're dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about here?
Which is like,
and then did it again with fucking corn dogs.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, look at these things. And it was a tray of corn husked shaped molds that somebody poured cornbread batter in and then put hot dogs in it. And she was like, cornbread covered corn dogs? That's like my dream. I go, you mean corn dogs? And she's like, what are you talking about? I go, corn dogs.
Yeah, what do you think is already outside of corn dog?
I was like, they're called corn dogs because it's hot dogs covered in cornbread.
And now what I thought was hilarious as you two are having this dispute, I interject and go, I can tell you why she thought they were called corn dogs and had no understanding that it was cornbread. And you said, wait, what? And she starts laughing immediately because she knows
that you were right. That you were right.
Because you eat it on a stick like you would a corn on the cob, and that's why she thought they were called corn dogs. And we look over at her and she's laughing hysterically.
Because she was like, no, I did it.
Yeah, and we're like, yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Because you're retarded.
Yes.
And that's how, and I go, there's no stick on a corn on the cob. And you go, hold on. In Southern California, these retards all eat street corn with a stick in it with mayonnaise slathered all over it. And she's like, so you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
But there's a way. They're that dumb. And
this is the thing.
They vote.
And this is the thing is
they vote.
And this is the thing is I love when other women will go like, wow, she's dumb. And I go, why don't you talk for 20 minutes and we see what the fuck your aptitude is like. Like, why don't you just keep, because this is my theory.
If you think she's dumb, let's hear what you got.
Yeah, exactly. Like any single one of them, and the only reason,
even the ones that are teachers.
Yeah. Oh, especially the
ones that are teachers.
Especially the ones that are teachers.
I listen to them and I go, how are you supposed to, you're molding young minds? You're fucking, there should be a real like statute where you have to register with the state to be, you're like, the way there's legally blind, you have to be legally retarded and be like, this is it. They're not allowed to drive or vote or any of that shit.
Yeah. The voting is the one that really concerns
these retards vote.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And they'd be like, this is for all of women. Abortion is healthcare, right? It's not.
I'm going to hit you with something that's going to blow your fucking mind. they take tests to make sure their babies aren't retarded so that they know and they can kill them and they're retarded.
Yeah,
They're like, the
crazy.
last thing I'd want is a retard baby. And I just go like, does he know that he has no choice but to have a retard mother?
I'll go one step further. That's why they believe in abortion.
Yeah.
Because they know they're retarded without a test.
Yeah.
And they're like, do I really want to make another retard? And they can't admit that they enjoy killing retards or that retards shouldn't live. So they're just like, better just nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
Let's get.
And now you understand why they called him Alexander the Great, is because it was like, have we ever thought about fucking each other? And then he just conquered the entire fucking world at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like, it's what a general does.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
I thought he fucked a bunch of people. That's why there was like black people
Oh, yeah,
that are
yeah.
white.
He fucked everybody. But eventually,
He was like
just guys from now on. Because
I don't want this pussy shit getting in the way of conquering.
Yes, this pussy shit is a real distraction, and I can't help but notice. Have you guys seen what the fuck is going on in India? It's concerning. It's concerning, and I think we should cut it off.
He was just like, all right, I'll take one fucking dude blowjob a week, and it'll keep me stay on course of conquering.
Yeah. I mean, like, first of all, when guys learn that blowjobs were a thing, like, whoever fucking invented that.
God.
Yeah, but like,
who discovered it? God invented it.
I gotta be like, here's a real question. Had to be a guy.
No.
You think a chick invented sucking dick?
No, I think a guy coached a chick.
But so that it was still a man's idea. Like, you
of
know, you
course,
suck it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. So, like, basically, how I would think about it is just like, hey, why don't you go ahead and kiss it a little?
Yeah.
Right? And they'd be like, what? And you're like, shh, nobody's around, right? And
nobody wants to hear you talk.
Yeah, but that's how it happened. The first like idea of like a guy telling a chick like, why don't you just kiss it a little, right? That was it.
Yeah,
that was the thought.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the devil. Maybe could have been.
It makes a lot of snake in an apple sounds a lot like a dick getting sucked.
That's probably what it was. That was the blowjob. It's like, I told you to don't fucking suck the tree of knowledge. And she's like, I couldn't help it. I had to.
They can't help it, can they?
They couldn't help it. She just had to suck the cock.
Yeah.
And she was like, this will help me get to the fucking top
and by the way,
the fucking universe and shit. She's like,
this is one of the greatest theories we've ever come up with on the show. And I got to tell you, one of the things that's great about it is the idea that the idea I will not, sir.
I want to see somebody debunk
the idea
this.
that the tree of knowledge is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil specifically is a cock. And that they are it is an act that allows them not to speak while it's happening. This all seems very, very.
It's a blowjob story.
Yeah,
it's a blowjob story.
Yeah, and then they put their clothes on afterwards.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Oh no, we're naked."
Yeah,
that thing was in my mouth. He's like,
yeah.
And Adam's like, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah. Hey, by the way, you kiss our kids with that mouth, you sick fucking bitch. Put something on.
No, the whole time she's like, "But the snake told me to." He's like, "Snake." He's like,
"You think the first guy's cock was that big?"
Adam's cock?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. That's how you know God wasn't a black guy, because he would have had to keep redoing he would be like, I killed the first 5 Eves. I made it too big. Yeah.
Tone it down.
Yeah. Exactly.
It might have been black.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, I gotta shut these things down.
No, everything works too greatly for God.
Yeah. I think we know.
Too efficiently.
I think we know what's going on. If God was black, we would have there wouldn't be trains. Okay. I think we can.
Oh, there'd be trains still.
Yeah. But
high five.
Not the.
Oh, there she go. Yeah, there she go.
Yeah, not the.
You want in on this?
Not the choo-choo kind.
No,
not the intercontinental kind.
But there'd still be a caboose involved.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
That's the best part.
And it would be steam.
That's the best part, nigga. The caboose. Nigga.
Yeah.
Running a train on the caboose, nigga.
Yeah, it's funny. They like the caboose, but they won't sit in the back of the bus. I mean, it's like
I don't get it.
You don't
get it.
Yeah, now you got to sit up front. Now you want to sit up front.
The driver don't want him up front.
No. Even if the driver's one of them, he's like, nah, keep him in the back.
Dude, did you see the internet going crazy like last week when they found out Rosa Parks' husband had a car?
No, that's fucking hilarious. Is that real?
Yeah,
Is that real?
I think so.
Oh, that just tripped me out. That it's a reflection of the screen in the glass, but there's a machine on the other side of the thing, and I was like, wait, do they have our thing up in the lobby?
Oh yeah.
I was for a second, I was like, oh no, they have us up there, but that's cool. I actually, and now I realize I can peep that so that I can change.
It's like a stained glass though, like the
yeah.
What is that?
Reflective, like a reflective.
No, the smoke one.
Oh yeah, no, that's like a smoked.
That thing's cool.
Like privacy glass.
Yeah, it's tight.
In case you have to set a train up or something in here.
That's what's happening.
That's good.
That's what we're doing.
I feel like this train's run out of steam.
I don't think so. I think
you got stuff teed up over there.
Well, we didn't even get into like the DNC and the weird part about like blocking JFK and them not primarying him and all that. That's probably boring. There's stuff from the Jets and how Hassan Riddick was like, yeah, dog, just pay me more and I'll be at OTAs and minicamp, all that shit. And they're like, all right. He hasn't showed up for anything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Great guy.
Yeah. You hate this just because you're a Jets fan. Like, I think it's hilarious that you got fleeced by the Eagles for a 3rd round pick for a guy who probably doesn't want to play football anymore. Like, I think that's pretty great.
Dead quiet. I just got.
Yeah, I know. Because you're such a fucking homer.
What do you mean homer? That's like one of the best players we ever signed.
Yeah.
Like as far in the most recent years.
Yeah. But there's also the part of me that's like, hey man, just get it done. Like you have no cards to hold. Pay him what he wants.
They did.
Yeah. No, they didn't. They didn't, because he still hasn't returned. Like he'll show up if they meet his number, but they won't meet his number.
But I'm saying they offered him more than that.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, when I'll show up to all that shit. And they're basically ready to pay him when he showed up, and he hasn't. So now they're like, well, fuck this guy. Like now this money, and this money's off the table.
Yeah.
And now what? He's going to show up and be like, nah, y'all niggas owe me $6 million. He'd be like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
That was the deal, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's this way every year with football. It's just like the fucking, show goes on. What if he showed up and he tore an ACL on day 1 of camp? It's the same fucking thing. You just gotta,
Jesus Christ.
You just gotta fucking roll with it, dude. That's the nature of football. I don't understand this getting hung up on one guy not showing up to camp.
I hate people being fans of the Jets or giving us praise before the season too.
Yeah. Well, look, they made all these moves.
Did you see what USA Today polled?
Well, no,
the predictions came out for the season. They predicted the Jets versus the Packers in the Super Bowl, and the Jets winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They made all the predictions for all the teams. They said Minnesota's going to win 5 games. They picked the Chiefs to go 13-4. Shit like that. They like had all the records. They think the Jets are going to go 12-5.
Yeah.
And then run the table in the playoffs. Not me. This is USA Today.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why?
But because it sells papers. Because it sells. The same thing they were saying last year with Rodgers. Oh, he's going to come. He's going to come in, and they're going to.
No, nobody. Last year they were hating.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but like there's no further reason to believe he'll be better after a year of not playing football. So the fact that they're just going like, yeah, now they're going to be great. It's like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Because they sort of fixed the offensive line. That remains to be seen. We don't know how these guys are going to gel playing together or any of that.
But this reminds you, this is like when Schnellenberger said Texas was soft the week that we went there, and they saw it on TV, and they're like, we'll show you.
Yeah.
I just feel like nobody would have a target on the Jets after
talk about a train, right?
But after Rodgers' Achilles thing, like nobody would have a bullseye or a target on the Jets.
Yeah.
At all. After all of that, they would just be like, hey man, good to see you back type shit. Now it's like, you think they finna win the Super Bowl? It's different.
Yeah.
It changes locker rooms.
I got to be honest. I don't feel as excited for football this year as I was last year. And I don't know why. I think, well, first of all, I got to say, like,
I've been playing EA. I'm excited.
But I was going to say I'm more excited for college football this year than I am for NFL football. Like, and I got to be honest, I don't want to see the Giants front office talk about their garbage roster. Like the fact that you made that Hard Knocks thing, it's supposed to be like Hard Knocks front office edition, and it's like
I'll devil's advocate that.
That's not interesting to me. That doesn't psych me up for football.
I actually enjoy it.
And why?
Because I don't care about some rookie's story.
Okay.
About his pulling on my heartstrings to see if this kid is going to make the team.
Uh-huh.
I can see how this team is failing.
Yeah.
And where they're failing.
Yeah.
And why this guy sucks at his job or shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
I would rather like when you,
but
and you see how you see the real bullshit.
Yeah, but don't you find that infuriating?
That's
like,
why the show is good though.
Yeah, but I find it infuriating because I just go like, yeah, you have a Hall of Fame running back, and you're just like, yeah, see if you can get more money on the open market. It's like, fuck you. Like all these guys.
I didn't watch the new one.
They're all smarter. We're gonna get lunch and we're gonna watch it. They're all they got to be the smartest guy in the room. And they're all like, well, if you look at they're like this. They're like, well, if you look at the analytics, after age 26, every running back sort of faggots. The guy is a Hall of Fame running back. Pay him until he stops wanting to play.
But this is my problem.
That's what ruined
I said this
hockey.
before. The nerds are in the room now.
Yeah, that's
and
the problem.
Front office didn't used to be the fucking analytics guys, and now there's 12 analytics guys instead of 1.
Yeah.
And they're all, and it was like, well, the numbers, this. They go, just based on he's 28. That's what the data says. Fuck the data, bro. Adrian Peterson defied odds.
Yeah.
These guys are special. That's why they're there.
Yeah, exactly.
You stupid bitch.
Yeah. And here's
and
the
you
thing.
never played football, so you don't know that.
Yeah. And if the guy, this is the thing that nobody ever comes back around and says, if the guy just falls into the regular analytics, you drafted wrong. You drafted the wrong guy. When you get a guy who defies the analytics, who's special, that means you drafted well.
Yeah.
So throw the analytics out and sign the guy who's probably would have been your all-time leading rusher for the Giants.
If we're going by analytics,
he would have crushed Tiki Barber's records if he stayed.
If you're going by analytics, Ray Lewis is a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest linebackers to ever play.
Yeah.
The game of football.
Pick. Tom Brady, 6th round pick.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just adding to it. Yeah.
Tom Brady wouldn't get drafted.
Yeah.
If you're going by the analytics of today and how the game is, Tom Brady doesn't get drafted because he was a 6th round.
Yeah.
And Ray Lewis was what?
The word you're looking for is a murderer.
No, I'm just saying his pick number. Either way, he would have been in the 7th round or something.
Yeah.
Because he's 5'11", 6 foot. Whatever he was heavy. He wasn't the fastest. He wouldn't test well of timing and shit. He would have dropped to the 3rd round to 4th round or something.
He was a 1st round pick.
I know, but he would have dropped to a 3rd round, 4th round. Oh, you're saying 5th,
based
7th.
On analytics,
Yeah. If they go by analytics, Tom Brady doesn't get drafted, and this guy's in the 5th round.
Yeah, and
look at his measurables.
And then what's funny too is like there were situations in the NFL where you look at a guy like in terms of how prolific they were, like Pat White should have been like a 1st round pick based off of his college production, and he I think he still ended up getting drafted in the 3rd.
Dolphins.
Yep. And no, he wasn't in the 1st. He was like a 3rd round pick. But you know, it's like another situation where they just didn't understand. You know, the problem with these guys.
Was that the Ted Ginn draft?
Yeah, 2nd round, 44th pick
there you go.
To the Dolphins.
It was like the 1st pick of the 2nd round.
Yeah. No, 44th would have been about 10 in, yeah, something like that. But you know, was it the Dolphins and then played for the Virginia Destroyers, then the Redskins, and then finished his career in the CFL.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he was a college-wise absolute fucking monster of a QB in terms of production.
Yeah, he won 4 straight bowl games, like 4 straight like major bowl games.
Yeah.
It was like the only time in West Virginia history that anybody did that. Pat was the punter then.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good time for WVU. Who are you playing as in college football?
I have a dynasty with the homies.
FAU?
No.
Who are you playing as?
We have a Big Ten dynasty.
Oh, everybody has to be a Big Ten team?
Yeah, and I'm Penn State in that one. It's insane. I lost to fucking 1 point last night. My buddy had UCLA.
Now here's
I was so pissed.
Yeah. Now here's a question.
In your
weekly agenda,
I was at Michigan.
In your weekly agenda, you have to do a bunch of recruiting, right?
That's so Road to Glory has a weekly agenda.
Yeah. But so like when
in Dynasty,
as a coach, your coach prepreparation,
it gives you a recruiting board.
How many points? Because you're saying you're struggling a little bit with Penn State. How many points are you allocating to molestation?
Not struggling.
Yeah. Okay.
Not struggling. Lost by 1 point.
So you're putting a lot of points on the molestation.
I mean, it is Sandusky U.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked it for a reason. There's Pedo State.
Yeah.
You know?
Pedo State. Happy Valley.
Can't call it without that.
Yeah,
Beaver Stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's the back Beaver, though.
Listen, the fact that you didn't think they were like the name on the front of the uniform is more important than the name on the back. We don't have names anywhere. We don't want anybody to see who's getting fucked.
Yeah. They don't have names on the back.
Yeah.
But then I want to start like an SEC one. My Road to Glory, I signed to Michigan. I won a national championship as a freshman, threw for 4,300 yards and 45 touchdowns. Nothing.
Yeah.
No accolades, nothing. Second year, go to college football playoffs, semifinal, don't make it to the national championship. Still threw for a gang of touchdowns, all that. I was like, no Heisman, nothing. I go, man, fuck this. I hit the portal.
Yeah.
I went to the U.
Yeah. I transfer
Miami,
every season. I transfer every season.
I signed to Miami and I went to the U. I'm slinging the pill. I'm a junior now, right? I checked the Heisman watch thing that they have in there. Guess whose name is on the fucking Heisman watch now? Oh, now y'all see that I'm slinging this thing?
Yeah.
So I you know, it wasn't on varsity, so I didn't get to win the Heisman my freshman year.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
There's a patch in there today.
We should post what we'll do is we'll post our gamer tags on
if you want to play me,
people can play us.
If you want to play me, are we going to take some comments today?
Yeah, we could do some comments here. I'll try to pull some up. If we have any good ones.
I gotta put on my juice specs.
See if we have any of these. Lossless hit us. He goes, Josh, did you watch the video of the marksman who reenacted the assassination attempt, showing how impossible it would be to stage that shot? Listen, I don't need to know how impossible. It's impossible to miss by that close. Like
I know that the congressman reenacted it in Texas or whatever they did. Did you hear that during the hearing?
That might be what he's talking about.
And he said he shot it. 15 out of 14 times or 15 out of 16, they were kill shots.
Yeah.
Headshots.
Yeah. You couldn't, no one's good enough to plan to miss that by that close. Here we go. Somebody said, how much money have you made off the special? Why would I? It's free.
Yeah.
So $1 million.
$1 million.
I made $1 million off it. This people are stupid. Yeah. It was made to be a cash cow. That's why I put it out for free everywhere. Fucking dummies.
What does that say?
Yeah, no, Loss was talking about that clip that he was going to send.
Oh, Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
stuff.
but we can't pull it up off of this. It's kind of annoying.
Tell him to send you that street magic thing. Did he send you another street magic
Another
thing?
question about MLC. We're not doing that. Here we go. This guy says, Josh contributes about the same amount to society as an oppressed housewife. Yeah, except the difference is I pay taxes. So, more. This guy goes, matcha and green tea are different, though. More different than coffee versus espresso, which I think you are essentially trying to shed.
I'm not.
This is just
I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all. Matcha is powdered green tea.
That's it. That's all
That's all it means.
Yeah.
You could put it in shit. You can make stuff with it.
Yeah.
That's what it means. They take the green tea leaves and they dry it out and they turn it into a powder, and that's matcha.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
Faggot. I think you mean espresso versus no, I don't. That's not what I mean.
Here's a fun one. You guys want to talk about the first black guy to win a stage of the Tour de France? No.
Why the fuck would we do that?
Yeah.
And guess what? He didn't win the Tour de France.
Yeah, just won a leg of it.
Stage.
A leg of it. Yeah. This, by the way, this
the bar is so low.
This is how we started this whole thing. You got to stop this fucking soft bigotry of low expectations. You can't just have a dumb black bitch being like, and be like, let her be president. A leg of the Tour. I could win a leg.
No. A leg of lamb.
Yeah. I didn't say what kind of leg. I just said I could have a leg
It's
at
a
the Tour de
stage. I think
France.
it's bigger than a leg. What's the difference between a leg and a stage?
Look, it would be gay to know. Nice try, sir, but you're not going to catch me with your gay entrapment questions.
Nice try.
Yeah.
We saw you.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Josh, I don't know if you've been watching cycling lately. I'm like, I haven't, and I won't.
And I won't.
And don't you dare. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
You might like it. You might like it. You don't know what you're.
Yeah. That sounds like the same. The pitch for trying out cycling is the same pitch for trying out being gay.
Same as that
How do you
blowjob.
know you wouldn't like it? How do you wouldn't know? Shut up, other voice in my head.
That's why you was talking to that snake.
Exactly. You got anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I'm kind of just enjoying summer. How about you enjoying summer? I'm just
Kinda,
kind of
it's hot,
enjoying.
dude.
It's hot as shit.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of enjoying just like I don't have anything to do for the first time in like 6 months.
I ate like popsicles and stuff recently, so that felt like summer.
Yeah, that's a summery thing. Water ice.
No, I want to go to like to the beach or to like. I wish I still had a pool, dude.
Hold on, you said bitch. You tried to put a Philly accent on it, but Philadelphia people don't ever say the beach.
No.
I want to go down a shore.
Down a shore.
Yeah, you want to go down a shore?
Dude, we was up at the shore for how long?
Down a shore. You don't ever go up the shore, even if it's right above you. You go down the shore. You know, yeah.
We was up there. Hey, we went down at someplace nice right by Schuylkill River.
Yeah.
This little fucking place over there. They got oysters, but they're like not regular oysters.
Yeah.
They're like the sexy ones, where the girls want to take their panties off after
and
eating
you go
them.
there and you find out they're shrimp, and God damn the people I live amongst.
It's just all clams.
They're
all
so
clams.
Dumb. They're just dumb.
Dude, I told you it was different oysters.
Yeah.
Fucking
listen. You just reminded me of something where one of my friends when I was in high school was like, yeah, no, I like them little bitty oysters that they serve open. And I go, you mean mussels? He's like, yeah, dude, little bitty oysters. And I was like, okay.
The ones that they put in the Frav Diavolo?
Yeah, dude. I was like, I got to get the fuck out of this place. And we got to get the fuck away from this show. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Frav Diavolo.